Computerized Start is brought to you by my awesome patrons on Patreon, and by your tips and memberships on Ko-fi. These and other channel supporters make my live streams possible. You too can become a channel supporter with tiers starting at just $1. And as always, thank you for all your support, including sharing, chatting, liking, and subscribing. Now roll that famous logo animation. Good afternoon and welcome back to Computerized Start Live. I'm your host, Justin D. Morgan, and I just about said the wrong time of the day, but luckily I caught myself. Because yes, do not adjust your clocks. It is actually 3:04 p.m. here on the East Coast of the U.S. It is my birthday stream. Today may or may not be my birthday, but I picked the last Thursday of February to be my birthday stream, and today is a unique birthday stream in that I could potentially only do it once every 4 years because it is February 29th. And there's a piece of dust on my microphone. How gross. Alright, let's get that off of there. So, special happy birthday out there to all you Leap Day babies. Alright, it looks like we have Jack68K and Frank S in the chat. Welcome! Alright, hopefully we will have some more folks join. And I'm quite honestly expecting, at least for those in the US, they might be lurking in the background. Because, yes, some of my viewers might still be at work right now. But hey, maybe some of you all that work different hours might actually be able to watch for a change. Watch live. I know at least I threw Kibs off. It's like... oh, hi, Bill Lewis. Welcome. Yes, I think OBS chat's not showing the chat messages that happened beforehand, but Kibs was saying like, hey, you're throwing me off, Justin. A stream's starting early. He's like, yep. Anyways, I am going to work on random projects today. In fact, actually, some of them may have come from Bill Lewis by means of Chris. We'll just see what I get into. I am cleaning my workbench off because I did, wait, I probably took it out of my pocket. I was going to do Wheel of Regrets, but the regret actually already got shipped back to the seller. Because, oh, it's probably behind me and not really a way to show you. What random project will I be starting with today? Well, actually, so that I don't forget, I'm going to be starting with this one here. But I gotta set the single board computer off to the side here. Right there. And what is this? Everyone is probably wondering. Well, this is a processor I borrowed from a coworker. I bought that Cyrix Media GX motherboard, and I happened to mention it, and one of my coworkers is like, hey, Justin, you know, I got a Cyrix processor in the bottom of one of my drawers. You want to... I was like, can I borrow that? He's like, sure, you can borrow it. It's got a few bent pins on it, but... And I don't know if it works because it's been in the bottom of a drawer, but... Anyway, so this is a loan. I will have to give it back, but I was hoping to compare benchmarks between an actual Cyrix Pentium level processor and the Media GX processor, which is not really a Pentium level processor. And I'm, of course, looking for the adapter doodles that help me bend pins. One moment, please, while I try to figure out what I did with them. I them somewhere so that I would not accidentally stick myself with them. That is most certainly what I've done, and now I am looking for them. Alright, I know I've got one around here somewhere. But let's see, Gut Bomb is in the chat. Hi, Gut Bomb. We have Scarlet the Four-Eyed Kudo. Welcome. And we have Kibbs with Retro. Yes. One of my rare afternoon streams. Let's see here. Channel announcements. Okay, I do have my special coffee goal, and the link is the progress bar is right there, and the links should be in the video description. Let's see. I already returned an eBay regret having to do with an Inlight case that is sitting behind me. And RetroTech Chris happened to have the parts I actually needed, so yay for RetroTech Chris and boo for eBay regrets. I really wish sellers would inspect their items a little more closely before just sending them out and hoping everything's right. Oh, I got coffee at the local coffee shop, so I'm pretty sure they made it right because I actually watched them make it. Let's see, our Toastmasters Club had a speech competition today, and I did place first in the evaluation competition, so I will get to move on to the next level of competition, which actually happens Saturday. What do you know? Breaking news, I've misplaced something else. No Sheets coffee today. I'm buying Sheets coffee too much. I decided to actually go to the local coffee shop because they were open. Because they're not always open when I'm ready for my afternoon coffee, but I was at the post office. I dropped off what was supposed to be an Inlight case hardware pack. They're on the other side of the highway, so I did have to make a U-turn because of where they are, but they were just like right on the other side of the highway, so I was like, I'm gonna stop for coffee. Yes, my car did pass inspection. I was kind of worried, but it passed inspection, so we're good there. I still need to put tires on it. I know they aren't worn enough to fail inspection, but... Oh, thank you, Jack! Alright, birthday and VCF East. Alright, thank you. Yeah, I know my tires, they weren't bad enough to fail inspection, but... We'll just put it this way. I really want to replace them before I drive to New Jersey. Boy, have I... And hi, Adam. Welcome. Yes, Adam says, hello, nerds. Yes. Yes. So what was wrong with the Inlight case hardware pack I bought on eBay at a really unfriendly price? In fact, I paid like $60 for the case, and the hardware pack was $45 because the seller knew they had you. Well, apparently at some point, somewhere along the line, someone had opened that hardware pack and taken the hardware bag out of it that has the special Inlight case clips in it, and probably the special Inlight case standoffs, and put a bag of random screws for another case in it, and then sealed the box. I'm not saying that the eBay seller did it, because it's possible they got a whole bunch of these boxes from somewhere and someone had resealed one before they got it. Needless to say, though, I wouldn't have paid $45 for the box of hardware if I had known the bag of hardware in it had been tampered with. So effectively, I'd paid $45 for the drive rails and a generic hardware bag, where I could have bought the same number of drive rails for like $15. So effectively, I paid $30 for a generic hardware bag. So yeah, you better believe I returned that. It arrived yesterday. I returned it today. There was no way I was going to show it off on Wheel of Regrets first. Oh, thank you, Adam. All right. Adam says happy birthday. All right. Yeah, too predictable. Now, as for the Enlight case that's right there, yeah, Retrotech Chris apparently had one of those cases at one point and had a few extra clips. So he's actually sending a few along. So at least the ending of the story will be that I'll still be able to put a system in the case. It just won't be today. Because the case is missing just enough clips that I can't really secure the motherboard properly. So, yeah, there's that. Also, if you're shopping eBay and you find an Enlight case, as nice as they are, make sure it has all the clips in it already, because apparently tracking the clips down is painful. And I still have not found the thing I'm looking for. I also thought I'd let you know what I returned so you didn't think it was the single board computer. The single board computer that I looked at Tuesday, it's in working shape as far as I know, and it's safely sitting beside me. This was a Enlight case hardware pack that had to go back sooner rather than later. I'm not even sure what prompted me to go ahead and open it last night, because I was going to wait till today to open it. Anyway, yeah, Adam says he used drywall screws. Alright. Alright, I cannot find what I am looking for. Okay, I'm going to stop looking for what I'm looking for, and I will instead use the end of one of these foam cleaning swabs, which I... Oh. No, I won't. Those are not hollow. Never mind. Alright. I'm trying to find something to bend the pins. Usually I use these tips, but this one's had flux go through it, so I don't really want to use that. But I should have a whole bunch of spares. And I can't find them, because they're probably under something. Well, I guess, in the interest of getting this unbent, I will instead... Alright, I guess instead I'll very carefully try to use a spudger. So, this processor is the one that my coworker loaned me. I told him I would try to bend the pins out so that I could benchmark with it. I was hoping to find the thing I normally bend pins with. I think it's either Necroware or Phil's Computer Lab or CPU Galaxy, one of the three of them, I don't remember which, that gave me the idea of using those, like, lure lock tips. Oh, hi, Stan. Is today my birthday? Well, I declined to say on YouTube. I will just say that my birthday does fall in February, and it may or may not be today. But I think I have given my age before. I am 43, so you could probably use that to determine if today is actually my birthday, but I promise you, I do request the chat not reveal the actual date, but someone can probably confirm that yes, my birthday has happened. Or is happening, generically. Yes. Let's just say there's certain things I will keep to myself until I absolutely end up having to reveal it for some reason. And that is why I just phrase it a birthday month stream. The last Thursday of February. It is leap day, though. So if you turned your calendar to March this morning, well, you were a day too early. But that's okay with us. Just Adam says, I'm expecting my $20 MacBook delivery today. I wonder if it'll work. Well, I don't know. Hi, oh, hey, Luke. And hi, Sorcerer Stan, if I didn't say hi. Luke says, I've been wanting to get an OLPC laptop, but eBay said no. Aw. Adam McG. Frank says to Adam McG that Magic 8 Ball says, highly unlikely. Adam says, today is my unbirthday. Well, happy unbirthday, Adam. As Sorcerer says, well, since you're not 11, Oh, wait a minute. I missed some stuff. Oh, yeah. Gutbombs was talking about. Oh, yeah. Gutbomb's asking, can you tell your faithful viewers what was in the package I opened this morning? Yes, I can, Gutbomb. I sent Gutbomb 13 DVDs because I didn't even bother to, count how many because I told him I'd send him all the children's DVDs. And I guess it was 13. So sorry about that unlucky number, Gutbomb. And 90 business cards. Well, Gutbomb, you told me you were out of cards. So I wanted to make sure you had enough for the next short little while. Oh, Gutbomb says those were the bonus items, mind you. Yes. Oh, and Gutbomb, did you find the other bonus item? Because it was something we hadn't discussed in trade. The untested Radeon video card. I hope it'll work in your Pentium 4. Yeah. So yes, you're welcome, Gutbomb. I hope you do enjoy those items. So Gutbomb and I was doing a trade for a Pi 1541. So I asked Gutbomb what computer parts he needed, and he gave me a short list. And I sent him a few computer parts. I'll let him reveal those whenever he wants to. But I had also previously told him I would send Bianca the children's DVDs because I figured she might enjoy them, or she could give them to friends that would like them better. I don't know. Whatever you and Bianca do with them, Gutbomb, is fine by me. I still have enough DVDs to give away. And Gutbomb had told me he was low on cards, so I sent him a small quantity of them. And a bonus video card. But I'd sent him a few other computer parts for his various builds he's trying to do. And also, Gutbomb, I'm glad that it arrived because the UPS told me, actually, I think UPS quoted that it would be delivered today. If I'd sent it priority mail, it would have been tomorrow. Maybe. Tomorrow, maybe. I'll put that. Because I'm trying to remember what I did with the motherboard for this processor. Because actually, the other case I ordered on eBay still hasn't arrived. It's, Gutbomb says Bianca just yelled, did Justin say my name from the other room? Hi, Bianca. Jack's asking, was the bonus video card a Trident? Jack, I couldn't do that to someone else. It was actually a Radeon. Because Gutbomb had said he had a Radeon 9000 for his build. And I had something better, but it's untested. And I would have tested it, but dang it, if the motherboards I have that the card fits in don't have stupidly placed capacitors on them, and I can't put the video card in the slot. So that's why I haven't tested it, Gutbomb. If it doesn't work, I do apologize, but I couldn't test the card before sending it to you, so I just sent it to you anyways. Yes, also as a request to AGP video card manufacturers everywhere, should someone actually find their DeLorean and go back in time, actually I guess it'd be AGP motherboard manufacturers, Would you please tell them not to put tall capacitors immediately behind the slot? Thank you. Got Bomb says she just got home from school and I presented the DVDs to her. All right. Jack said, I figured you were just judicious about your use of the word bonus, but you did send DVDs. Yeah. In fact, I think at least one of the DVDs I sent did have a bonus disc in it. So, although I'm at least referring to what the studio that made the DVD called Disc 2 with the bonus content. All right, I might be stretching it now. Okay, Gutbomb says he'll test and repaste it on Dave's stream on Sunday. All right, well. Oh, thank you, Sorcerer Stan. Sorcerer Stan says, happy, maybe not your birthday. All right, thank you. Oh, hi, Ryan. Welcome. Ryan says, happy birthday. Yay. Yes. Okay, so I think I've unbent the pins on this Cyrix 6X86. I have this motherboard that Gutbomb sent me, mainly because it's convenient, and I think it'll support the Cyrix processor. I might actually apply some thermal paste if the processor works, just because of how hot these Cyrix processors run. Also, the Intel Pentium MMX 200 is feeling jealous now that it's getting replaced by a inferior processor. But all right, for my Canadian fans out there, Ryan and whoever else, all right, cue up the "Oh Canada" in the back of your mind, because apparently this Cyrix processor was made there. So, all right. The reason why I borrowed this from a coworker is because of my Cyrix Media GX processor. I kind of said, hey, if you wouldn't mind loaning me this processor, I'll see if it works, and I'd like to benchmark it to compare it with the Media GX. Gutbomb says it's a Radeon 9600 128 megabyte. Okay. Yeah, Gutbomb has a Radeon 9064 megabyte in there right now. So yeah, if it works, it's a nice little boost in performance for you. Adam McG says, bonus disc is a digital copy in Windows Media Player format that, quote, plays for sure, using the number 4. Yeah. Yeah. That about sums it up, Adam. Kim says, would someone like to take in my Soyo 486 board? It only has one broken trace. Oh, yeah. Well, I have enough quirky 486 boards. Okay. I'm not going to force this to go in the socket, because I don't want to break a pin in the socket. But I do believe either I have... No, I still have a bent pin somewhere. Alright, I still have more than one bent pin. Luke Davis cries in British. Oh, hi, Thomas. Welcome. Gutbomb says that Bianca said, ew, Shrek. Well, if you don't like Shrek, you could give that to one of your friends that does. I don't know if maybe they have I've heard of the little those like free little libraries, but I've heard of people doing the like free little video libraries, so maybe there's one in your area. All right. All right. Oh, I bet I gotta. Got Bob says. She said, "I don't think anyone on my bus has a DVD player." Okay. Well, if they've got a Blu-ray player, it'll play DVDs. But yeah, no, that might be a tall order these days too. Now, if the postal service will, speaking of DVD players in a way, if the mail ever gets delivered today, despite the fact that I don't think the second case I bought is out for delivery, which I was actually kind of hoping to get because I was actually going to put this. I was going to put. Oh, you can't see what I've been doing. Adam says my car has a DVD player. I've never tried it. Yeah, I was actually going to put this motherboard in that second case, but it currently is tracking moving to next facility arrives late, and it's had that state for 2 days. And the next facility is going to be the post office it goes out for delivery from. So either it got put on the wrong box and I'm waiting for it to like go to some routing facility somewhere else in the country to then promptly come back. Actually, I probably just nailed the reason right there. I bet it got put on the wrong truck, and the next time it tracks, it's going to be in like St. Louis. Yeah. Oh, got Bob. Got Bob just says Bianca just asked if Garth has a DVD player. I said I'm sure he does. She says I'm sending Garth Shrek. Love it, love it. Nothing more fun than a random package showing up and Garth's gonna be like, "Who sent me this copy of Shrek?" Oh, wait a minute. He might think I sent him the copy of Shrek. Hey, Adam McG says, "Let's send Garth 20 copies of Shrek." All right. I will get this processor in here at some point. It seems like I do have, like, most of the pins almost straightened out. It's like one of these back corner pins. There we go. Got it in. All right. Now let me go check the jumper settings. I definitely want to put the heatsink on. So this is a 3.52 volts and 120 megahertz. Yeah, we'll see if this processor measures up to a Pentium 150 because all right. I am going to first make sure the processor even starts to post, and if it does, then I will come back and put some thermal paste on it, perhaps, if I think it's getting too hot. I use a hammer. Hi, Eric. Welcome. Have you? Oh, Kibbs is asking. Have you seen the newest super mini mail call package Adrian opened? It was shocking. Yes, that was. In fact, yeah, I know I've seen other mail calls where the person who I think bought that for him has sent things and they're always impeccably shipped. But yeah, that was seemingly rather callous on the eBay seller's part. In fact, every time Adrian said the word, oh wait, I don't really want to give it away. All right. Let's just say that maybe after giving folks a few more days to watch it, that I'll admit to what I thought every time he said one particular word to describe the computer. But we'll just say that he would describe where he thought the seller might have found the computer. And in the back of my mind, I was substituting a different location. um, because yeah, all you got to do is watch him try to open this. Okay, I'm going to have to put it in air quotes box, because by the time he got it, I think it was done with being a box. In fact, I'm actually kind of wondering if maybe a UPS or Fed. I think he said it came FedEx, presumably FedEx Ground. I'm wondering if FedEx Ground had to put the plastic wrap on it. Gutbomb says the statute of limitations on YouTube videos is only about 30 minutes. Okay, well, in that case, Gutbomb. Okay, if you don't want to hear my comment about the video, then like mute for like 30 seconds or less. It probably won't take me more than that. Every time Adrian Black said field found, I thought river found. Now, take the condition of that computer, and you'll probably realize that, yeah, maybe marsh, maybe in a marshy area. It goes more than a field. Okay. That's how my brain works. Yeah, Kib says it was FedEx. Yep. Yeah, Kib's in describing that box. It was more like loose cellulose. Adam McG says, I've received Apple IIs in worse condition than that Tandy. And yeah, and Adam, I wouldn't be surprised if those Apple IIs worked better than that Tandy. Yeah, I will be shocked if he gets that Tandy working, but Bomb says, poison swamp found. Kim says more like pond found. Yeah. Eric's Edge says boat anchor. Yeah, I can see that now. The eBay seller's like out fishing with his friend, and they're like, I guess they getting in the boat on the dock. He starts pulling up his anchor, and there's that Tandy at the end of it, and the and this eBay seller friend's like, hey, I bet I can sell that on eBay. And the other friend's like, how? It's a rusty mess. It's only good for a boat anchor. It's like, split it with you 50-50. Okay. Yeah, Kim says the Tandy at least tried. Yeah, you are right. That is right there. Eric's Head says bog of eternal stench. Yeah, if it says anything, Adrian left the power supply in case outside. Yeah. Hopefully right beside the recycling can. I have repaired. Kim says it was leaking dust. Yes, it was. I'm actually surprised that Adrian didn't, after realizing the outer cardboard box was like wet cellulose. I'm surprised he didn't take it outside at that point, because I would have. Frank S says someone is walking around with no butt. They laughed it off. Yeah, Adam McG says at least there wasn't anything alive in it. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that now. Welcome back to Adrian's Digital Basement. Today I'm going to explain why you should check all your computers for snakes before opening them. Also, I'll let you know how much anti-venom costs in the US. Okay, let me set these jumpers here. Okay, so let's see here. Clock ratio. should be... All right, let's see here. JP's 11 and 12. Oh, that's interesting. Oh. All right, external clock. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2. 2, 3, 2, 3. Oh, there's the multiplier jumpers. Should be 2, 3, 1, and 2. I believe those are... Yep. Need to be completely backwards. All right. I think V core is 2.8 volts on these Cyrix processors. But I do not see where to set. All right. Let me pull the manual up. Kim says, unless you count the plants. Thomas Armstrong says, it can be fixed with love and time. Kibbs adds, and enough deoxit, solder, rosin flux, and cursing. Bianca just told me, happy possibly 11th birthday. Thanks, Bianca. All right. Let me pull up the manual for this board, because I don't see where I set the 3.52 volts for this processor. Of course, it wouldn't surprise me if I look at this manual and it's like, no, Justin, I can't let you do that, Justin. This board is not for processors that overheat and underperform. All right, this is an Asus P/I hyphen P55 T2 P4 Rev 3.1. Documentation. Let me go for the user manual. Ah, yes. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, actually, I just realized something. This board may not actually support that processor. Well, that's not cool. So, okay. That's right. Huh. The Cyrix processor that is supported on this motherboard is... Huh. This processor is not supported. What do you know? Therefore, I'm going to try it anyways. All right, later, Adam. Oh, Adam just says a shipment of computers has arrived. I'll be back later. All right, Adam. Cool. I enjoy your new acquisitions. Okay, this may not work because this board does not support this processor. If I will be if anything, I'm probably undervolting the processor. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. May not be supported, but it's unsupported. All right. Kim says, throws a brick at people cutting up computer cables and breaking old PCBs. Windows just told me virus and threat protection. Yeah, go away, Windows. You're not going to run an update while I'm streaming. Hopefully that's not Windows then telling me, hold my beer. Because I wouldn't put it past Alexa or whatever the name of Microsoft's assistant is. I get them all confused these days. I wouldn't put it past Microsoft's assistant to hear me say, you're not going to restart my computer while I'm streaming, and the reply back would be, oh, you want me to restart now to apply updates? As you wish. You want me to restart randomly every stream to apply updates. Yeah, there we go. That's a good idea, Mr. Morgan. eBay is YouTube's trying to make you watch salvagers who melt down chips for gold. And that is where I just keep scrolling. Oh, Kim says you mean Cortana. She been unplugged. Oh yeah, I guess I did mean Cortana. All right, so let's All right, let's run some benchmarks on this processor. Also, I'm going to take this fan off this heatsink and oil it because it's a bit noisy. All right, let's see here. We'll run the Superscape 3D benchmark. $96.6. I'll have to pull out the other board and we'll repeat these with the Media GX. So I think in the meantime, because I always don't write these down, I'm going to write these down on my bench. There's one advantage of a stainless steel bench is it will just wipe right off. All right, Chris's 3D benchmark. My theory is that the Media GX will be slower than this processor is going to be my guess. Even though it is clocked higher. Gutbomb says this performance pales in comparison with that single board computer. Yes, it does. 29.9 frames per second. Yeah. PC player benchmark. Yeah, that is definitely stuttery. While we run these, I will try to remember what I did with the motherboard that has the Xerox Media GX processor in it. Oh, actually, I think I remember what I did with it. I set it off to the side. All right. 13.3. That feels a little right. Can it even quake? All right. Well, before we see if it can it quake, we have to see will it doom. Of course, the answer to this is yes, it can doom. And I realize some of this might be a little unfair because I can't exactly easily use the same video card, but Well, this is the video card matched for this motherboard, so Cyrix's only good. Yeah, Kib says Cyrix's only good CPU was its 586. Yes. Which, interestingly enough, here we go. So that's 1280 Realtek's. The Media GX processor was based on their 5x86. All right, we're just going to run 320 by 200. I'm not going to get greedy here. Gutbomb says, I saw Doom running better on a toothbrush today on Twitter. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, the Media GX processor is based on their 5x86 processor, which was supposed to be a souped up 486, but it really wasn't. They had to disable most of those souped up features because of stability. And the Media GX processor is based on that 5x86. So effectively, the Media GX is a 486 processor with MMX instructions. I believe the Cyrix 6x86 is actually a Pentium level processor because I think it has the added Pentium instructions. But 17.9 FPS. Okay, we will see if it will quake at 640 by 480. And the answer is no. Alright, let's, I guess for one final thing, we will speed sys. Why is Quake so dark here? I don't know. It's probably something to do with whatever gamma it's using and the capture device. You need to enable all of the good features of the 586 it rips. Yeah. Maybe I should look into how you enable them. Alright, so if we look at the speed sys, this processor earned a 72.51, which is actually below the Pentium 133 performance. And yet, this is a 5x86 processor that has a Pentium rating of 150, and it is slower than a Pentium 133. It's actually benchmarking about where it's actually clocked, because this processor is clocked at 120 megahertz, and that's actually about where it falls in the benchmark. Huh, fancy that. All right, while I let this run, let me go grab the other motherboard, because we need to do a side-by-side comparison. Well, apparently I make motherboards disappear too. All right. Probably because it's sitting right in front of me. I was actually only about half convinced I'd get this processor working because it had been in a drawer for 20 years. sometimes I am amazed at how well things work after being improperly stored. Oh, there it is. I found it. It was exactly where I put it, and yet not where I would think to look for it. There we go. If you want to look at the, I guess there's the memory graph. All right, and I'll run cache check. Just to at least get an idea of cache performance. Oh, hey, Jeremy, welcome. Oh, it's a DOS utility. Bits and bolts. Okay, I'll look that one up. So, okay, so this Cyrix 6x86 processor looks like it has 16K of level 1 cache. And yep, I do know this board has 512K of level 2 cache. So it looks like we're at like 2, 5, and 12. I'm not going to let this run to completion because I just wanted like the approximate numbers. So we're at 2 microseconds per kilobyte for the level 1 cache, about 5 microseconds per kilobyte for level 2, and then 12 for memory accesses. All right. Well, that's far enough. You've done your service, Cyrix processor. Now I can give you back to my coworker on Monday. Unless there's anything else we can think of running. All right. Now, because every good showdown requires at least 2 boards. All right. Also, so that I don't get accused of cheating with the boot device, I am going to use the same compact flash card on both. So both of these will have run their benchmarks on PC-DOS 2000. I just need to grab my ATX test bench here. Because I know Gutbomb would be like, why are you not using the test benches I sent you if I don't use the test benches? Thomas says, try Windows 10. No. That sounds like a miserable experience on that board. I don't think the Media GX would do that much better. Because actually, even though I know I've been told that Windows 10 will run on like a 1 gigahertz processor, you have to dig into the requirements because it will run on a 1 gigahertz processor as long as it's a new enough processor. A Pentium 3 does not meet the minimum requirements because it's missing several instruction sets. Throw Xenix at it. I don't know if there's any benchmark programs for Xenix. Also, apparently, from what I was reading, although I think Adrian might have alluded to it in his video, The builds of Xenix that Microsoft released were rather specific for the computer they were intended to run on, so even if I wanted to run Xenix on a particular computer, there's no guarantee that it would work if Microsoft didn't make a specific build for it. So, all right. So this is the Cyrix Media GX. I believe this one runs at 233 megahertz. So actually, clock speed wise, it is faster. However, the Cyrix Media GX platform does not support level 2 cache, so it is limited in cache to whatever's on the processor. Also, it's effectively a 486 processor with MMX. Also, the front side bus is 33 megahertz because it has to run it because of the way the processor works with its onboard sound and video. It has to run at the PCI bus frequency. So the front side bus is 33 megahertz. No way of changing it. So that's going to limit your memory bandwidth right there. It might make one think that this was a processor platform designed for something like maybe a laptop or other device that lower performance would be acceptable on, and you'd be correct. Oh no, bad YouTube. I think Cyrix intended it for laptops, and then PC manufacturer said, we'd like to get into this game. It's cheap. Cyrix probably took one look at the money they were about to throw at them and said, oh, okay, we'll sell it to you for desktops. All right. Let's see here. We'll at least give this motherboard one thing. The front panel headers are very clearly labeled. Oh, also, I will also realize that I forgot to plug the keyboard in. There we go. Now we've got a keyboard. Can it run Linux? It might be able to run Linux. I think the Linux kernel still has 486 support, so I suspect it can. All right, we will just ignore the floppy disk fail because I don't have a floppy disk plugged in. I think I'll also realize I actually technically have the DIMM. I have the DIMM in slot 1, but it kind of looks like slot 1 is actually the upper two banks of SDRAM. I don't know. Luckily, when you get to this era, chipsets got less picky about where the main memory was. All right. So I have the Cyrix PR150 ratings written down to the side. So the Cyrix processor we just tested ranked 96.6. 111.7. Wow. That's impressive, and I hope people can hear me. Wow. 111.7. So, Media GX wins. Chris's 3D benchmark. But Kim says, but my ET4000 works fine. If I had an ET4000, I would put it in this motherboard and see if it improved performance. Oh, that would be funny if the way this processor worked, if the ISA bus could give you faster graphics performance. All right. So, the Cyrix was 29.9 frames per second. This processor is 29.8 frames per second, so 6x86 wins the 3D benchmark. Probably because it's actually a Pentium level processor. And just barely. All right, PC player benchmark. PC player benchmark. The 6x86 scored a respectable 13.3. Media GX 11.2. Wah, 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 wah. Yep, 6x86 wins that one. Oh no, Kib says I have a happy ET, but an unhappy MSI board and unhappy Soyo and a cooked P4. Ouch. Okay, hopefully the audio has returned. Okay, for some reason on the Media GX, Quake gives a error about no joystick. I don't know why. On this one board, you get a joystick error when trying to play the... Can you still not hear me? Uh-oh. Oh, you can hear me now. Okay. 23.6 frames per second. Actually, interestingly enough, Quake is faster on the Media GX processor. That's interesting. That is really interesting. Quake won on the Media GX processor. Now, will it 640 by 480? Probably not. No, it won't. All right, Speed Sys. So the 686 garnered 72.51 and the Media GX 116.24. Interesting. Very interesting. Because I thought, based on what I'd read about this processor, I would have sure thought it would have lost at this benchmark. But maybe, even though it's basically a 486, maybe it... I mean, I suspected that it still has a 64-bit memory interface like Pentium's because it uses DIMMs. So maybe that's either a sign that maybe they were able to enable those enhanced features that they disabled on the 5x86, because maybe they were actually stable when they could control the platform. That would be one possibility. Maybe some of these programs actually do take advantage of MMX and I'm not aware of it. That could be another, because it does have MMX instructions. The 6x86 I have that I borrowed may not actually have MMX. I'll actually probably have to take the heatsink off and take a look. I'm not sure if it did or not. Actually, I don't think it did. I think that might have been a non-MMX Cyrix 6x86. And maybe that's the difference. I can enable the stuff with the DOS utility, as I said. On the 6x86? I thought you said on the 586. I don't have the DOS utility. I'd have to go find it in any case. Because I don't think the 6x86 I borrowed actually has... It made it... I don't know if it has MMX. Oh, maybe I'd always just assumed that that particular ones had MMX. Maybe it doesn't. I'll go see if I can't find that video here real quick while this runs. Oh, never mind. It's done. Well, the Media GX wins this benchmark. And I guess we'll do cash check. Though I think we'll quickly see that the 6x86... Oh, okay. Well... The level 1 caches are about the same speed. But, as you can see, though, there's no level 2 cache. I don't know why 16 is only 10 instead of 12, but there's no level 2 cache. Oh, I don't have a 5x86. I've been looking for one on eBay, the place where I buy things I later regret, but I've never seen one at a price I'm willing to pay. All right. So, it looks like I have some interesting results here. The Media GX processor wins at the Superscape benchmark. Quake and the SpeedSys. However, the 686 processor won at Chris's 3D benchmark, PC Player benchmark, and Doom. In fact, it won at Doom at almost, I think, twice the... Well, the number of real ticks it ran in was half as much, so I presume the frame rate is... Given the formula that you use, it may not be double the frame rate, but it's definitely a marked improved frame rate. That is actually interesting. I had expected that the 6x86 would beat the Media GX at more things, but maybe some things just benefit from the higher internal clock speed of the Media GX processor. So there we go. That's the comparison. All right. Oh, we can stop that. There we go. I guess the Media GX has its advantages. Oh, there we go. Kibbs found the video. Okay, yeah, I don't have the 5x86 processor. All right, but I will save this to watch later so I can maybe try this. Oh, I might have actually saw this video and I don't know. I am trying to catch up on some videos. Although some of these I watched and just kind of didn't realize exactly what the video was trying to convey. Let's see here if I can't. I'm looking for the link in the description for the tools, perhaps. Let's see here. Oh, hold on. $5x86. Oh, I did realize there's something I can do on this Media GX. Let me let me try this. I think I have the CPU identification utility. I see the what this utility is supposed to be doing. Yeah, sadly he didn't leave the link because otherwise I'd go to the link for the software and see if it mentioned anything about Media GX. Oh, okay. So CPU check. All right. So CPU check reports. All right, it is a Cyrix GXM Media GX with MMX. Let me see if the CPU ID signature indicates anything interesting. All right, I think the family is. Okay, if I'm reading the CPU ID signature correctly, it looks like the Media GX does report itself to be a Pentium family processor. Okay. I was hoping that maybe something would tell me the features of the processor. Like, does this have some of these features that the 5x86 utility enables, such as the return stack and the branch target buffer and the prefetch buffer? Oh, there we go. according to hardware info, the CPU features an FPU on chip, timestamp counter, Pentium style model specific registers, the compare exchange 8B instruction, the CMove instruction, MMX technology, FPU on chip, timestamp counter, Cyrix style model specific registers. Yeah. CMove, FCMove, MMX, and extended MMX. Now, I don't know what other features a real Pentium processor would show here, but I guess we could put the Cyrix 6x86 back on the bench and see what it might report. All right, no Pentium errata. Yay. All right. Okay, we'll put the other board back on the bench and run CPU info. And maybe that'll give us an idea of what this board does not have that other Pentium level boards might. Also, I'm going to oil the fan on the other board. All right. Yes, I'm going to print me a few more of these test benches, because this is actually quite handy for live streaming. Because I can mount a bunch of boards on power supplies. When I have enough power supplies, I can just swap them on my bench. Look at this. Very, very quick to swap. I just got to remember to start a print early enough in the day that it'll be done before I leave. And also, there not be someone needing the 3D printer for business use, because that takes priority over me printing some little adapters for personal use. All right. Okay, we are definitely going to look at that fan. Hi, Trina. Welcome. Yeah, we're going to oil that fan after we check this out. All right, so we've gone back to the 6x86 board to take a look at what features it has. It might explain why it beat the Media GX in some benchmarks, but not in others. Main board info. All right, so the 6x86 has FPU on chip. This is not an MMX one. Oh. Maybe that's it. There's no MMX, and there's no compare exchange 8-bit instruction. All right. Let's see here. I gotta oil that fan. All right, I am going to oil this fan and let me do something here real quick. Here. Hold on just one moment. All right. Okay. Had to do something before I forgot here. Actually, oh, the hub is on the other side. So let me unscrew the fan off. All right. Oh yeah, there we go. It is a quality YS Tech fan. I don't know how good of a fan these actually were. Let's see if we can't get the label off to oil the hub bearing. There we go. And now we will take one bottle of machine oil as soon as I figure out where I put it so that I would not stab myself with the tip of it. Oh. And we're going to put one drop. Oh, well. Okay, I was going to put one drop down in there, but it looks like I did like miss the target. How embarrassing. All right, well, try that again. All right. One. That's enough. All right, and now I'm going to realize that I. There we go. All right. Let this board run for a moment or two with the fan on but upside down, and hopefully the fan will be quieter here. Or start to get quieter. Wow, I think there's already a marked improvement. Oh, except I was going to let it do something here. There we go. Video card. All right. Going to. Why not? All right. Wow, this fan sounds so much better. I don't know if you can hear it, but that little bit of machine oil has made this fan sound so much better. Also, it helps to hit the correct keyboard to go back to the command prompt. All right, so now that I have made that fix and gotten like oil everywhere where the label needs to go, let me clean it up, put the label back on, and then I'll mount the fan correct side, and then I think I'll call this minor board repair done. Although, oh great, now Frank S says, oh great, now I want to play Doom. Yeah. Actually, let that alcohol flash off for a moment, and then There we go. Yeah, you could basically run Doom on anything, including apparently a Husqvarna robotic lawnmower. Assuming the video that someone linked on a Discord is actually a true video from Husqvarna and not someone's spoof video, although, quite honestly, I don't see how in the world you could play Doom on the touch screen on a lawnmower. Including toothbrush. Okay, apparently there is a video I've missed about Doom running on a toothbrush. Alright, I gotta tape the label wasn't sticking. Jeremy says, and pregnancy test? Okay. I don't see how Doom can run on some of those things. Mainly because I was like, do those things really have a big enough screen you can run Doom on? Of course, I also have to ask, define run. Or define play. Does that mean you see a smear of something on the screen that kind of looks like the Doom interface, even though it's in very very blocky black and white at like 16 by 12 resolution? Or do these things really have like full HD screens on them? And I'm apparently not in the know about the smart toothbrushes that, quite honestly, I don't want the internet to know about my toothbrushing habits. Ha. As I suspected, apparently the toothbrush, the pregnancy test and toothbrush are just using them as a monitor. Okay. That was going to probably be my next question was, and is the game actually running on said device, or are they just using the display on it? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Or if they were using it as a controller, like on Doom, brushing your left molars goes left and your right molars goes right, and brushing your fires and brushing your incisors like opens doors. I mean, those would be kind of awkward controls and might lead to non-uniform brushing during certain levels of the game, but yeah. And Gutbomb just asked the question that everyone's wondering: why does a toothbrush need a display? Okay, I think now I'm going to have to. No, I'm not going to look up the video. I don't want. I don't want YouTube to start. Oh wait, that's right. I have YouTube Premium. They wouldn't be advertising. I don't want YouTube to be recommending videos from influencers that are promoting the toothbrush in my feed. So, no, I'm not going to look up the video. Oh, wait. Too late. I just said it. The YouTube algorithm has already converted speech to text and realized I'm talking about smart toothbrushes with screens. And they've probably already queued up 12 videos from different influencers that use that toothbrush to sell me on the virtues of said toothbrush. Oops. I should have closed my mouth. Oh, it's on Twitter anyway, not. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that makes it better. It's on Twitter, not YouTube. Okay. Well. Okay, that makes me feel better. Although I'm still sure that YouTube is going to queue up some video that's doing something silly with a playing Doom in a screen. Frank S says it's so you can watch YouTube videos while you brush your teeth. Yes, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you won't miss your teeth brushing time and that next 2 minutes of the live stream that you missed while you brush your teeth. Because what better way to brush your teeth for 2 minutes than to have 2 minutes of YouTube video to watch while you brush your teeth or something like that? Yeah. This video could be sponsored by your dentist. Your dentist reminds you to schedule your biannual and checkup. All right. This stream is actually not sponsored. I'm, of course, just joking because we were talking about teeth brushes or toothbrushes or. Don't ask me if teeth brushes is plural of brushing teeth or plural of as in more than one toothbrush. I don't know. Teeth brushes is. Thanks, Gibbs. um, Trina says 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this stream. Kim says don't take it too harshly, Justin, but next time when you talk about stuff that can be advertisements, just shut up. Yeah. Sorry about that, Kibbs. Yeah, Sadmax says I have assumed for like state of charge maybe a 2-minute timer for okay if you've brushed long enough for ADA recommendations. Yeah. Frank says I want to know who that one dentist that doesn't recommend it is. This fan works great now. It is like not rattling and grinding. It needed some lubrication. Yeah. I've always joked that one dentist is out playing golf when the representative stops by with a bag of money. All right. So, the winner between Media GX and the 6x86 processor, it's, well, kind of a draw. Yeah. I guess if you want to play Doom, you want the 6x86 processor. If you want to play Quake, surprisingly enough, it seems like the Media GX might do just fine. And if you like running benchmarks, well, actually, I think any processor works fine there. And if you like a fan that isn't making grindy noises, just get some, like, sewing machine oil. Oh. Kim says, I want to meet said dentist for reasons. Yeah. Jeremy says, side note, I recently got a decent deal on a Commodore 1350 mouse. I don't recognize what the Commodore 1350 mouse goes to. I would presume the Commodore 64, but yes. All right. Actually, this processor is not like feeling too hot. Although, here's how we see that, because now I need to take the processor out so I can return the processor to my coworker on Monday. Because after all, it was just a loan. Oh, Kib says Amiga, I think. Okay, well, maybe it is a Amiga mouse. Okay. Jeremy says it connects to a joystick port. Well, actually, both the C64 and the Amiga mouse do. Actually, that processor's not really that hot at all. Although, the thing is, I think I was technically undervolting this processor. Because I don't think this board actually let me set the voltage that's marked. Yeah, because I couldn't set the voltage marked on the processor. Because it's marked 3.52 volts, and I couldn't set that on this board, so I set something different. A lower voltage. The tank mouse. Okay, well, maybe that is an Amiga mouse. Alright, so, cool. I have now run some Cyrix benchmarks. Now let me go ahead and put my Intel processor back in this board. Alright, and let's see here. So the clock. Alright, so these jumpers are need to be reversed. And then the multiplier for the 200 is going to be 2312. Right, and 2312. There we go. Now the processor that normally sits in this board is back. There we go. And let's make sure it still works. Oh, Kib says the 500 and C64 use the same pinout port for joystick. Yes. Actually, now that I think about it, I believe the Amiga 1000 does as well. Derby says, so I finally got a mouse for the A500 that I've owned for 3 years. Nice. Yes, congrats, Jeremy. Now, the Pentium 200 MMX. How will it do against the 6x86 and the Media GX? We are going to find out, because why not? 3D benchmark. It's probably going to beat both of them, but I don't know that for sure. 102.2. Ooh, actually, the Media GX beat the 200 MMX. The Media GX was 111.7. The 200 MMX is 102.2. Interesting. Kib says the Amiga 1K has an angled connector on the mouse. Yes. Yes, so if you wanted an Amiga 1000 mouse that looks like Amiga shipped it, you'd have to have the angled connector. However, the non-angled connector has the same pinout. I think there is a YouTuber that made might be Retrobits. I think he made a 3D printed adapter to make a non-right angled Amiga mouse look like a A100 mouse. All right, so the 200 MMX scored 36.2 frames per second on Chris's 3D benchmark, which is actually a winner over the other two processors. I am not surprised there. I suspect it will also beat them both in PC Player benchmark. 19.2, yes. The 6x86 was 13.3, so yes, another win for the 200mmx. By the way, I do not have a 233mmx for socket 7, so I can't go full tilt. Doom ran in 962 real ticks. Again, it beat the other two processors. Probably to no one's surprise. Quake. I do not know why it's so dark on the capture device. It is actually not that much lighter on the LCD monitor I have over here. I presume it's the gamma of the whatever it's set to. I suspect if I was actually playing it, I could probably increase the brightness, but since it's a benchmark, it's using whatever settings are in it. Would I like to try that just for fun? Yeah, probably, but not in this board. This board won't support that processor. 37.7 frames per second. Again, another commanding lead. Yeah, Jeremy's asking if I wanted to try 266 mmx. I can't try it in this board. This board tops out at, well, it's trying to have me believe it tops out at 200, but I do know that the 233, you set it to 1.5 and it does 3.5. So I do know, I think this board will actually do the 233. I don't know that it'll do the 266. Unless the 266 overrides 2x for 4x. Socket Blast, well, I'm not going to build a Socket Blaster just to get a multiplier that doesn't exist on this board. I may have another board that can actually do the right multiplier. It just wouldn't be on... Jeremy says it was an OEM CPU from Compaq. That's why I've been not finding information on it. I couldn't figure out who was the OEM that bought it. I think it was also used in some laptops, but... Or maybe it's an OEM CPU from Compaq for laptops. Okay, so this benchmarked at 147.98, which is... Well... lower from the 233 mmx than I would have expected, actually. Of course, I knew that it was going to beat that one. All right, later, Frank. Jeremy's got a project in his pipeline to create an ATX A600. Neat. Going to require 2 PCBs to contain the whole thing. Was the A600 really that big? Or is that so that you can have the slots on it for expansion cards? Because I guess the A600 didn't have... It had a connector on the side for an expansion bus, but not Zorro card slots. All right, and finally, let's check. Cache check. Oh, second PCB will look like an ISA card. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I think the L1 cache on the Cyrix processors might be a little bit faster. The L2 cache is a wash on the boards. It's close to the same. However, accesses to main memory are going faster with this processor. So, yeah, I'd take the... That's interesting. Also, if anyone's wondering, I guess I can let this run to maybe see what it says at the end. I actually have 128 megabytes in this board right now, but DOS, when I have 128 megabytes, DOS is only seeing 16. I realize that's like overkill, but, well, this board supports it and caches it all. Basically, I've got the 64 megabytes that... Oh, hi, Bruce. Welcome. Yeah, I've got the 64 megabytes that was on it when GutBomb sent this board to me, and then I had another 64 megabytes stashed away. There we go. So basically, yeah, I had the 64 megabytes. I had them for putting in Macs. But somewhere along the line, I got a board from somewhere that had some 32 meg fast page modules on it. So I put one of those in the LC that had one of these EDO sims. So I put 2 EDO sims in here. I need to order 2 more like them, so I have 4 EDO sims for this board. That might also be why the memory accesses are... I don't know which of the banks it's using first, if it's EDO or fast page. Okay. And I guess if anyone was wondering about CPU features of the Intel MMX to compare against the Cyrix processors, it has FPU on chip, enhanced virtual 86 mode, I/O breakpoints, page size extensions, timestamp counter, Pentium style model specific registers, the machine check exception, the compare exchange 8B instruction, MMX technology. Oh yeah, and it actually looks like the program sorted everything to the top. It looks like it's got a few more features than the Cyrix processors. Interestingly enough. Cool. And I guess if anyone's wondering, does my CPU have any errata? No, it does not. Yay! And all that was just so that I could let the fan run for a little while and work in that new machine oil. This fan is running sweet now. All right. So, let me see if the mail has arrived. Well, there was a person detected 2 hours ago. Oh, which was me getting home. Oh, yes. The eBay item that was out for delivery today has arrived. It is not the computer case I'm waiting on because... Thanks, USPS. You're the greatest. But it was a... Yes, I ordered a DVD burner. All right. Actually, maybe that's the next thing we can look at. We can look to see if that DVD burner will solve a problem I've had. So, there we go. Processor. The Cyrix processor my coworker loaned me works. I have benchmarks. The fan that was on this board is now oiled, so that it will not drive me crazy next time I look at it. I am going to go get a different computer to test the DVD drive in, because I have a specific problem I am trying to figure out what the cause is. So, let me see. Let me just check to see if I brought. No, the one computer I was using is upstairs. The other computer I was using is upstairs. I guess I need to bring. Oh, Adam McGee just got back. The MacBook doesn't work. Oh, no. All right. I need to go upstairs and get one of the two gateway computers. And I also need to go get the package out of my mailbox because it is part of the mystery I'm trying to solve. And I will be. All right, it will probably be like 5 minutes or so because I got to go to the mailbox and get that package. Plus, I got to carry a computer downstairs because I think I can reproduce the problem in another computer, but I want to try to reproduce it in the computer I saw it in case that is part of the problem. So, anyways, I will be back as quick as I can. Unless, of course, that package is on my porch. Then it'll be sooner. So, all right. All right. Yes, there's a reason why I have a copy of Mission Impossible 3. This might be a commentary on the next thing we're going to look at. I do have 2 discs here. Yes, these will become important in a moment. This is the Universal Boot CD on a DVD plus hard disc. This, I believe, is some version of MemTest 86 on a CDR. This is the potential eBay regret that was just in my mailbox. We will open that in a moment. These are 2 spindles of recordable discs that I just got from eBay Tuesday. So I believe this is a box of DVD-Rs. I believe this is a box of DVD plus Rs. I will open those when the time comes. There is a reason why I bothered to buy 2 boxes. I wish I had the Wheeler Regrets. Spins the Wheeler Regrets. And it will not fit on screen, but yeah, that's as far out as I can zoom. And I have my Gateway 2000 E3100, which currently has in it a DVD ROM drive that Retrotech Chris sent me last year. Around the time I was doing some Windows 98 live streams where I was trying to get Windows 98 to run, and I didn't have a DVD ROM drive, and he sent me one because I was needing to install Windows from a DVD, or thought I did. Anyways, it actually happens to be a DVD drive that has a Gateway sticker on it, so maybe it feels at home, but I'm having an issue with the drive. But first we're going to look at this potential regret, because if this thing arrived smashed, well, I'll have to go upstairs and grab a different optical drive. Yes, this is a disk problem. All right. First off, I am going to have to give this eBay seller demerit points. Okay, first, I'll give them merit points for a brand new box. However, I'm giving them demerit points for using that much bubble wrap. And a box that's like about the size of the drive anyways. This might be a total regret. This might be such a big regret that I have to try to read the word regret backwards. So what is so special about this drive? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Except the fact that this drive should support DVD plus Rs and DVD-Rs. Because it's a burner. Gutbump says Bianca is officially watching a DVD for the first time. Jeremy's asking me to make tough decisions. The reason why he hasn't finished is because the caps lock was throwing me for a loop. Would you care if the switch for the caps lock was a different one from the rest as long as it worked? I mean, well, maybe we can figure out the solution to your problem, Jeremy, before we have to switch switches. Because I think the problem you might be having has been solved. Although maybe the way it was solved isn't possible in that keyboard. We can talk offline. So yeah, the decision of switches. For example, like what if I'd switched sellers and bought one that maybe would have actually put more bubble wrap in it? I mean, is this thing even going to work? All right. Now, why would I have bothered buying a DVD burner for a computer that I'm not going to burn DVDs in? Well, it is because this computer, with this DVD-ROM drive in it, and I'm going to take the cover off so we can actually see the DVD-ROM drive and what vintage it is. Yeah, Jeremy, it's just a problem I can't, think through on a live stream. It's like a complete 720 mind change. Maybe we can solve the root cause of the problem. Because if you're designing a keyboard others might want, maybe we can find a solution to the problem you're having and not another way. But anyways, so what is in this gateway there we go. So this is a Gateway E3100. It is a Pentium 2. This one is a 266. This board actually only supports 2 Pentium 2 CPUs, according to everything I can find. It supports the 233, and it supports the 266. And that's it. I mean, it does not appear to support any other Pentium 2 CPUs. In fact, I think the chipset that's on this board is actually like a Pentium chipset. So I think this is a very early Pentium 2 computer. It does have a ATI Rage. I think it's an ATI Rage 2 plus DVD card. It has a memory upgrade on it. It has 2 network cards, not that I need either of them. There is no sound card because this was in a corporate environment. I will fix that at some point. Yeah. Okay. Gut Bomb says that The Incredibles is Bianca's first DVD. That is awesome. That's an awesome movie. Kib says your Justin D product has 2 modes, streaming and the rest. When it is in streaming mode, it can't run harder tasks. Hey, keeping up with the chat takes more CPU cycles than you might imagine. Got Bombs commenting on the vast array of CPU support at this board. Yeah. I'll put a sound card in here at some point. Anyways, this is the computer that I believe I had a CD-ROM drive. Actually, I think I might have had this out on Dave's stream or something, or maybe it was my stream. This is the computer that had the CD-ROM drive in it, where I got it to eject. And I had to turn the computer off while the tray was closed to keep it closed. Because the CD-ROM drive, I would push the button to close it or push the tray to close it, and it would inject and then immediately eject. So it was like not keeping the disc in. I could not. I was not able to fix it. So anyways, I pulled out this DVD-ROM drive because it was from a Gateway, and if you kind of look at the computer, okay, you can kind of get a hint that there is some minor yellowing, but overall, this DVD-ROM drive is quite a pleasant color match to the computer. So I was like, hey, yeah, this would be good. It's a DVD-ROM drive. It's from a Gateway, so why not? All right. Like, how hard could it be to put a DVD-ROM drive in this computer? Okay. I am going to have to turn the computer around. Also, this the faceplate on this computer is a bit weird. But anyways. There we go. And I actually do have... This is a hard drive that's about the same size as what I believe it shipped with. It's not the same brand. Because I think this actually originally shipped with a Quantum Fireball. But it's at least the same size, so... It's the Western Digital Caviar. I suspect the Fireball might have been slightly faster, but anyways. Yeah, it's actually a nice case. Also, one word to the warning, if you're going by color identification on the Gateway ports, on these original Gateways, The mouse was purple and the keyboard was orange. Eventually, they went to purple keyboards and green mice. Go figure. So you can't go by rote color identification, or you'll plug the keyboard into the mouse port. All right. So what is the problem, you might ask? All right. Well, all right. So I got my Universal Boot CD here. Let's say I want to run a memory test on this computer or something like that. So we'll put the first we will not do that because Justin is going to realize that the reason why things looked weird here is because he had the optical drive unplugged, so therefore it will not eject. There we go. Let's try that now. We'll put the Ultimate Boot CD in. All right, we will go to screen capture. All right, let me go to F1. I believe this is set up to boot from CD first. Note the Gateway 2000 splash screen. Jeremy says, I love taking the old Gateway PCs and building sleepers out of them. Well, this is going to remain a Gateway. Or if I do put something else in it, then I'll keep the guts. There we go. Okay, so it is set to boot from CD-ROM first. So we will let it try to boot from the CD. And if you will notice, it did not boot from the CD. Or from the DVD drive. And it is plugged in. All right. While we wait for Windows 98 to boot, this is in real time. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss the second part of the stream, which will start at about 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. Gotta love Windows 98 booting. It is not hung. I don't know what Windows 98 is doing right now, but it is not hung. It is thinking. Thinking really hard and reading hard drive 0. Actually, okay, I'm hearing the occasional hard drive click, so it is... Okay, it should be about... There we go. You probably can't hear it because of my audio filter, but it is... There we go. I do not have a PS2 mouse plugged in, but that's fine. This was mainly to illustrate the fact that the DVD did not boot. Gibb says it's kickstarting the bytes. Yeah, that's about it. All right, so we're going to go to my computer. Oh, I don't think the Ultimate Boot CD is browsable from Windows 98, but that is why I brought the Mission Impossible 3, because it is a DVD, and while I don't have any DVD software on here, so I don't have to worry about it like auto-playing and garnering a copyright strike, I can at least show you that, yes, this DVD drive will read pressed DVDs. There we go. So we'll open it, and there we go. There's the video.ts folder, and there we go. So we're browsing files. Okay. But actually, I don't think I was reading the DVD plus R. All right, we'll see you later, Jeremy. Bianca's having an awesome time playing with DVD menus and bonus features. Oh, awesome. Okay. Let's see what the CD is. Let's see if it'll read it. I don't remember what it is actually. Oh, okay. It may not be a browsable CD, but let's see if it'll boot because I think it's MemTest. Yeah, definitely. Yes, definitely interesting extension names for a DVD. I always kind of thought it was interesting that the DVD is a browsable file system, but I guess it makes sense because it makes it easier for them to make a movie if it is a browsable file system. Hey, I think it is actually okay. I think it actually may not be trying to boot from the CD. It may not be the CD I thought it was. All right. Okay, maybe it'll be faster because I hit the startup bypass. Okay, so what got us here to me buying a beige DVD writer that supports DVD plus R's? And that would be probably the optical drive that's still upstairs, but I think I've got another one down here that will be functionally equivalent. All right, we are in safe mode. Because I guess Windows doesn't like to put me into dangerous mode. All right, let me grab this optical drive here. Okay, I believe this optical drive is new enough that it should support DVD plus R's natively. So here's the. So it's a. So this is a Bink DVD free drive because it supports plus R's and CDs, and I'm pretty sure it does dash R's as well. My theory is that if the drive can burn them, then it should most certainly support reading them. And that supposition will be important here in a moment. So, if I take this Bink drive here and plug it in, and we'll turn the gateway back on, and I will put the oh, well, okay. I believe this drive is jammed. I may have to go upstairs and grab another drive. I have one that I got from some that Bill had. Also, might be that the drive just was kind of gummed up, but needed a little bit of motivation to redistribute whatever lubricant is on the rails and gears and whatnot. All right, so if we put the Bink drive in here, you can see it did detect. So this is the Ultimate Boot CD. And, all right, I see the drive light blinking. And it's quite angry. Okay, maybe I need to go get the other optical drive. Yeah, some drives can't read their own disks. It's also possible this drive has just failed due to age and being a cheap drive to begin with. Oh, yeah. This drive did not burn this disk. It is not reading the disk. It is not happy. I'm just trying to stop the Windows 98 boot. Or I can hit Control Delete. There we go. Okay. Okay, so this drive is, like, not working. So, of the, like, 3 Bink drives that I had that I rescued from the scrap bin, I think 0 have worked. Oh, no, wait. 1 of them worked. That's a 33% success rate. Oh, I know where the drive is I was looking for. It actually was down here the whole time. In fact, it's probably where my mem test disk actually is located. Yes, I'm surprised someone didn't chime in on my 33% success rate comment of like, but Justin, that's a 67% failure rate. Oh, there's my mem test disk. I had this connected to my aunt's old computer because the optical drives that were in it are like dead. This is a Philips one I got from Bill Lewis. Or he had given it to RetroTech Chris, and then RetroTech Chris gave it to me for because I'm crazy. There we go. So you can see this computer can boot the Ultimate Boot CD, and I'll actually boot into like something here to show you that yes, it'll boot. There we go. CPU info. All right. So this computer will boot from a DVD plus R in a new enough drive. Oh, I haven't tried the new drive yet. I wanted to calibrate what this computer was doing. So no, maybe I didn't make it clear why I wanted to show that this computer could boot a disk, just not the one that was in it. No, now we are going to go to the new drive. Now that I have confirmed that it can boot, that I have not gone crazy. It will actually boot from the Ultimate Boot CD, just not with the old DVD drive. So here is the brand new drive I got from eBay. This is the Wheel of Regrets contender. It was shipped in a box that is slightly larger than itself, with one piece of bubble wrap that didn't even cover the whole drive. All right, smoke test in 3, 2, 1. Well, it didn't explode. It won't eject, though. All right, let me go into setup so I have a little more time to dork. Oh. No, the new drive will not eject. Color me surprised. Did I overdo that? Adam says, but we like explosions. Okay, I helped it a little bit. Wow, that was like the most anemic. Oh, there we go. That had a little more gusto. Um, so it will eject if assisted. Wah, 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 wah. Well, I am going to consider this a loser. I don't like calling drives that, but this one is a loser. Does tapping the top of the bezel help it out? Yes, it does. Tapping the top of the bezel did help it out. But that's not like something I should have to do, but is that like a... Oh, I guess we can see if it'll boot the disk, but... The thing is... Oh. Okay, that was weird. Well, no thank you, Drive. You just let Windows load. At least I accidentally left it on the bench cam. Because did you see that? It like spit the disk out when it tried to boot it. Gutbomb says I can fix that very easily. But yeah, I don't know if I can easily so much fix the... It spits disks out when you try to boot... Oh, did you actually notice that? It actually spit the disk out itself. Gutbomb says things need to get lubed and tightened. Yeah. But it spit the disk out instead of booting it. That's... No comment, Gutbomb. No comment. Oh. Oh, yeah. It's, Bill Lewis was asking me about the, um, test bench that I had the motherboard on. Mia. Oh, why do I wear the gloves in the videos? I don't know. It's like my trademark, I guess. Also, if I'm working with flux or thermal paste or alcohol, then I don't get it on my hands and dry them out. Gutbomb says this PC isn't smart enough to spit the disk out on boot failure. Okay. Yeah, Bill, I'm gonna send you a link to what that 3D print was that I had the motherboard on. It was brown because that's what color Gutbomb printed it in for me. Which I have to say, I think that's the same color I had him print my Pi 1541 in, so it'll be a nice color. Yeah, it was probably just a coincidental. It is reading the disk though, so okay, I'll give it a try again. I can get the link. All right, let's try to reboot this. Yeah, Gutbomb says same brown. All right, let's try restarting and we'll see if it'll actually... Here we go. Yeah, here we go. I think this is the right link. There you go. So you could go. If you want the link, you could. Well, I can try to find it on this computer as well. But I just replied to your Twitter thread, Bill, with the link to the test bench I had that other board on. So yep, you can 3D print them. They have an AT and an ATX version. Let's see here. Same brown. Yep. Oh, hi, Jim's Retro Stuff. Welcome. Yes, thank you. All right, let's see here. Oh. Let's try to boot something. Okay, so it did. Well, the drive is actually cooperative now. Only problem is if I break the warranty seal, I can't return the drive. Ugh. Oh. Questions. Do I try to relubricate the drive to make it work better and risk. What did I pay for this drive? Ah. Well, of course, now that it's ejecting better, I would have trouble saying it doesn't work. Well, I don't know. It'd be $23.79 plus shipping, so it'd be a total of $32.96. Yes, I could have gotten a cheaper one, but I bought one that I thought would actually arrive this week, which, okay, at least the Postal Service didn't disappoint me on this one. It did arrive this week. Unlike the case that they apparently have in transit between two facilities that are about an hour and 15 minutes apart at the speed of a mail truck. Which tells me it. Oh. Process through facility. Actually, something tells me it just hasn't left that facility. That's probably the most probable reason. Because it actually doesn't say it departed that facility. It just says processed through facility. It'll probably arrive tomorrow. Another package I'm waiting on took 11 days to go from Anchorage, Alaska to Seattle, Washington. Oh, mind you, that was priority mail, and it took 11 days to go from Anchorage to Seattle. I was joking, it got caught up in Canadian customs, but with that much of a transit time, I might have not been far off the truth. Although, if it's coming priority mail, yeah, Kib says they have lost it. Yeah. And I've kind of wondered if they lost both packages. But the one that's coming from Alaska actually did what has been scanned within the past 24 hours, so they probably haven't lost it. And since it's priority mail, it has a better chance of actually getting put on a plane, so it might be here tomorrow as well. Or Saturday. The case, I don't know. I got bomb. I thought if you mailed something from Alaska to the US, I didn't think it had to go through customs. And unless maybe if it was a mail truck that also had mail that was going to Canada routes along the way, then or maybe it still does have to go through maybe still has to go through customs in some way. I'm kind of just wondering if the truck got stuck somewhere and yeah, our mail can be slow. But the thing is, it can be fast too. It can be fast when the mail wants to be fast. but a watched package seemingly never delivers. So I'll just stop tracking those packages. That's not likely to happen. Okay, I'm going to set the gateway case aside, and I'm probably going to do something that I may regret. Because the thing is, this DVD-ROM drive is actually now somewhat cooperative, which would make it very hard for me to tell an eBay seller that it doesn't work. If in the chance it's actually an eBay seller that, like, tests these drives. Bianca is now complaining about all the forced previews on DVDs. Yeah. Well, Bianca, we used to have forced previews. And then we had streaming services where we could pay and you just get to watch the movie and go. And now streaming services are going back to their old model of where they force you to watch things before you get to watch your show. Amazon Prime looking at you. Okay. This drive was manufactured in August of 2003. So for 20 and a half years. 20 and a half years. This warranty void sticker has remained intact. I guess my warranty is now void. Bianca is enamored with switching discs around, though. I know in some ways you can switch DVDs faster than you can find another movie on on streaming services. Adam says the solution is to watch everything on Betamax. Kim says, me with uBlock and no interest in streaming services as their quality sucks. Yeah. Gut Bomb says, well, this can't be returned now. Well, sometimes you gotta to live and learn and regret. Hey Siri, add a note that says, t-shirt idea. Sometimes you have to live and learn and regret. There we go. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yep, we're good. Okay. I don't want to forget that one. That was actually pretty good. Sometimes you have to live and learn and regret. Kim says, stops the wheel of regret on regret. Adam says, I tried the MagSafe on my 2011 Air and it does light up with either brick. All right. Oh, yeah, and I know beige optical drives are so passe, but this drive would... Will a MacBook just break if you leave it on a shelf for 3 years? I don't think it would just break. However, it might need an SMC reset. Especially if the battery went, like, completely dead on it. It might also need to, Adam says, doesn't light up either. Okay. Auto, typing on small devices or auto incorrect or something working against conveying a symptoms. You might... Okay, doesn't light up. Okay, I know it's not supposed to work this way, but try turning the MagSafe connector around 180 degrees and plug it in. So if it doesn't light up on one direction, turn it around 180 and plug it in the other. If that works, then the MagSafe connector on the MacBook Air might be dirty. There might be something obstructing one of the pads. If that doesn't work, you might still try cleaning the pads very carefully. There might still be something obstructing them. And if it doesn't light up in either case, you might, while watching it, just in case something decides to go wrong, you might leave it plugged in for a few minutes to see if maybe it changes after being allowed to charge for a few minutes. Okay, Adam did try flipping the connectors. Okay, you might try carefully cleaning them. Kib says auto mess upper. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I think I see the problem with this. It's the belt. In fact, actually I can probably zoom in and you'll be able to see it. It's actually kind of obvious. The belt is definitely... Yeah, I think the belt is... Ooh. Yeah, I think the belt is rather stretchy. I don't think it's supposed to be that stretchy. Oh, look. There's a hieroglyph inside the case that I bet they thought no one would ever see. Don't know what it is. I mean, depending on how you hold it, though, it kind of looks like a one of the characters from Among Us. So it is kind of sus. Yeah, that belt's wobbly. Okay, I guess I just probably need to replace the belt. Relubricating the slides might not be a bad idea. Although, actually, the lubricant on the slides looks pretty good. I think the belt probably needs replaced because it's wobbly, and it probably wouldn't hurt to hit the gears with a little bit of something. All right, I guess I'll get some belts. Okay. Okay, I guess this optical drive it's working well enough, obviously, that I decided to risk opening it up to inspect it inside. And I just need to get a set of belts. So if anyone has a recommendation on like a belt set that has belts that a lot of drives commonly use, or maybe I'm one of Mike Tex's patrons. I bet he would be more than glad to, because I think he gets belt kits for some of his drives. I bet he wouldn't mind at all letting me know what he got last time. But if you've bought a belt for optical drives, let me know what it is, because I'm gonna get a set of belts, because this isn't the only optical drive I have that needs a new belt. This one's at least maybe not the worst of them. So that's good. Now, the one other thing I was going to try, and that's why I've got 2 boxes of optical discs, I was going to burn a new Universal Boot CD disc, but I was going to burn it on a DVD Dash R and see if that DVD ROM drive could boot it. Because I got to thinking that DVD Plus Rs came out after DVD Dash R, and I was kind of wondering if maybe there's something about the disc format that older drives can't read. But maybe it's just that the older drive, the laser power needs adjusted. But anyways, that's why I got some Dash Rs. So, all right, I will set this to the side. It needs a new belt. Obviously, it looked like it might have been damaged in shipping, but it looks like it's just an old belt. I guess I didn't realize it's a 21-year-old drive. Math, work. All right. Well, Unfortunately, I wanted to do one long stream tonight, but I have an interruption in the middle, and considering it's like 7 till, and the interruption does involve eating dinner, and we're at a pretty good stopping point for part 1, I am going to go ahead and call the stream to a close. So I will post the links. This will also give me a few minutes to post links to socials for part 2 before I go to dinner. So anyways, I will resume. It will be a separate stream, but I will be resuming at 9 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for that. But until then, I would like you to thank you for joining me this afternoon. Although I guess now it's kind of early evening now, to have a little bit of fun before dinner. So stay tuned for those links. Don't forget to smash that like button. And if you subscribe and turn on notifications, then you don't have to go look on socials for my stream. You'll get a notification, theoretically, when I go live, and it works sometimes. Anyways, yeah, stay tuned for part 2 of the stream. I will resume. Probably the first thing we'll take a look at are those DVD dash Rs, and we'll see if that DVD ROM drive can boot from a dash R disk. And if it can't, then, well, it's probably optical drive power, and we'll move on to something else more fun. But anyways, so hope to see you all here at 9 o'clock for more tech fun. And until then, let me make sure I got my mouse on the right button. So until then, take care and God bless. Computer Ask Start is brought to you by my awesome patrons on Patreon and by your tips and memberships on Ko-fi. These and other channel supporters make my live streams possible. You too can become a channel supporter with tiers starting at just $1. Don't forget to smash that like button. And if you've liked what you've seen, subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss the next video or live stream. And as always, thank you for all your support. I hope to see you next time. And until then, take care.